force yourself to read it, it will change your perception, enhance your cognition, and reshape your mindset. We are often told that people spend their lives paying for cognition. So what exactly is cognition, and how can it be enhanced? Every year, our company welcomes a large number of new employees who step into the workplace from the university. If we look at it from the perspective of market competition, at first the level of everyone is not much different. But with the passage of time, the gap gradually widens. Some people have made achievements in their own field, while others are almost unchanged. On the surface, it seems to be a gap in ability, but in reality, it is a difference in perception. As The Godfather says, the person who can quickly see the essence of the person who spends his life not being able to figure out the essence of the person, their lives are very different. Cognition is the mode of thinking that we use to understand the world and make judgments, and it is initially shaped by our family and upbringing, but it is not unchangeable. Generally speaking, there are 4 levels of cognition: monocognition, binary cognition, polycognition, and systemic cognition. Monistic cognizers rely on a single way of thinking to understand the world. They tend to have only one set of fast thinking systems, view problems only from their own perspective, and do not listen to different opinions. A lifetime of jealousy and anger toward the best. They are very concerned with judging things as only good or bad, right or wrong, black or white, and are unable to understand more complex things. Many of society's biased values are the product of monocognition. Monocognitive people are often plagued by contradictory concepts, such as hard work will lead to success, and everything is destiny, leading to confusion, disorientation, anxiety, and fear, and then into a vicious cycle of negative emotions. Dual cognizers are able to see things from multiple perspectives, switching between self and others. The thinking system is relatively open, and their strength lies in their inclusiveness, their ability to look at problems from others' perspectives, seek consensus, and solve problems. In this process, their ability is practiced and their network resources are gradually accumulated, which increases the probability of success. Polyglot cognizers are not only able to think from the other person's point of view, but also able to have 2 opposite ideas in their mind at the same time and act normally. They are highly compatible, can build trust with different types of people, get inspiration from all, synthesize information, and make effective judgments and choices. System cognizers, on the other hand, are a minority of the population and often require specialized training, have commanded large battles, manipulated large volumes of information, and experienced numerous failures and successes. They have developed a set of algorithms that are different from those of ordinary people and a higher dimensional cognitive model. These people are usually excellent entrepreneurs and investors who think differently from most people and are more willing to give than to take. They build systems, filter and integrate people to become part of the system. They think about the whole ecosystem or even the connection between multiple ecosystems and look at more than just local interests. They can accommodate different people, carry out effective construction, at the same time can do decisive liquidation, minimize losses. They know when to synergize and when to compete and build systems, from business process design to industrial system construction, to realize great visions. People with systems awareness are easily misunderstood, but they are also prone to achieving amazing things and leading others to realize value. They are 1 in a million leaders. The lower the level of cognition, the more closed and stubborn they are, and the more limited their pattern. The higher the level of cognition, the more open they are, the more efficiently they evolve, and the more easily they attract resources. These 2 elements interact with each other, allowing them to enter a virtuous circle and have a higher probability of accomplishing great things. Everyone has a cognitive circle, and the eye sphere determines the outside of the cognitive circle, that is, the range of possible future achievements. If you don't open your eyes, you won't expand outward, but only consume inward. If the defense mechanism is too heavy, stuck in a rut, it is easy to fall into a dilemma. Practice and experience will continue to broaden the actual area of the cognitive circle. The experience and lessons learned from trial and error will become the new realization of the cognitive boundary. Cognitive circle of things are you already see the essence of things, you know where the focus, from 0-1 how to build, how to face changes. And things outside the cognitive circle, not familiar with the probability of honesty, is naturally much smaller. The reason why we say that communication with a person will be poor and feel like a chicken and egg is because we have different perceptions and your cognitive circles do not intersect. That's why people with a low cognitive level can't understand people with a high cognitive level, And people with a high cognitive level are more likely to be downwardly compatible, because your cognitive circle is a subset of his cognitive circle. So expanding our cognitive circle may be something worth doing for the rest of our lives. The lower the level of cognition, the more closed and stubborn you are. How to improve cognition starts with daring to push yourself into unknowability. Many people's cognitive circles haven't been updated since middle school and are just stacked with subject-based test knowledge. We all know that everything in school is basically knowable, and how to survive in society, how to gain a foothold in the business world. There are no definitive answers to these. They are unknowable. Sometimes it takes a real push into the unknowable and a reshaping of perception to see some options and to get some results. Many people spend their lives not stepping out of the initial smallest that cognitive circle, afraid of taking risks, so they find a stable job or even randomly find a job, and then passively waiting for other people's arrangements, slowly losing competitiveness. Many people spend their lives not stepping out of the initial smallest cognitive circle, afraid of taking risks. Because adults need to face the real world, in fact, will become bigger and bigger, so compared to the original will appear to be smaller and smaller. Too sure is not necessarily a good thing. It will make us very vulnerable to risk and change. The future world will be more uncertain. So not having the ability to constantly build new perceptions is a terrible thing. Allow yourself to face the unknown, maintain a certain degree of discomfort to collect information, brave experience. We step out of the comfort zone in order to expand the comfort zone, so that you are comfortable with more and more areas, so that we can really control the risk and grasp the destiny. The second point is to restrain the excessive worship of methodology. Smart people have studied methods and techniques in depth, and are adept at four-pronged approaches. But there are always things in the world, especially those thick with huge rewards, no matter what methods you have, are rooted in a huge total amount of work. Methods are not unimportant, but they must not be blindly worshipped. Many people spend too much time studying methods and techniques, while ignoring the importance of hard work. What's more, half a day of studying methods without ever taking any action to gain real knowledge. It is not enough to study methods and techniques. Courage to challenge the unknown, unparalleled diligence in the process of daring outward and inward pursuit of the truth of wisdom. These three elements are indispensable. The third point is to learn to change your perspective. Learn to separate the subject from the original position, to pull out, stand in a higher dimension, to look at the matter as a whole, and then try to think from multiple perspectives and depths in pursuit of the essence behind. Ask why, ask the cause and effect, ask the progressive consequences, ask the subordinate relationship, ask the relationship, and then look at these relationships directly. At this point you will find that the answer is often not in the vicinity of the problem. The answer may not be just a single response, but hidden in multiple dimensions of the hierarchy. You need to build a set of processes, put together too tightly, and you may only see the details. If the problem is on the second floor, you have to run to the 10th floor to see it, so you can have a global view. From a higher dimension, you are more likely to find out which floors the answers are. Doing the above, getting used to and reinforcing this way of thinking should help quite a bit in improving cognition. I hope today's sharing has inspired you.